Welcome to Storytime from Space, a project of the Global Space Education Foundation. To learn how you can support this exciting project, please visit storytimefromspace.com.
Welcome to Storytime from Space. To all you kids out there, whether you be at home, school, at the library, wherever you are, glad to be with you today and to be sharing a fun book and a fun story. I'm NASA astronaut Cassidy on board the International Space Station, and right now I'm talking to you from the Russian airlock where they do spacewalks out of. On the U.S. side of the space station, we also have an airlock. I'm talking to you from the Russian side today because we are doing a little investigation. We've got all the hatches closed throughout the space station, and we're trying to make sure the pressures are all equal. So that's why I'm isolated to just this one module today. But it's kind of cool because this is a spacesuit. There's another one right here, and this is where my Russian crewmates conduct spacewalks out of. So our story today is called Snoopy, First Beagle on the Moon. I don't have a hard copy of it, so I'm reading off the iPad, but this is a very special reading because it's the 70th anniversary of Peanuts by Charles Schulz. Can you believe that the Peanuts are 70 years old? It's hard for me to believe. So without any further ado, let's enjoy the book. Peanuts, First Beagle on the Moon by Charles Schulz. Snoopy, the world-famous astronaut, has a mission. He is going to travel into space and find water on the moon. First, Snoopy must prepare for his trip. I need to wear a space helmet, Snoopy tells Woodstock, as Snoopy's looking for something to wear. Woodstock hands him a baseball hat. Well, yes, sort of like that, Snoopy says. Snoopy finds a real space helmet and a space suit. He also packs some snacks. Next, Snoopy does a safety check on his doghouse. Safety is always the most important part of the mission. We believe that as well. Snoopy sits on his doghouse and prepares for launch. All systems go, he says. Woodstock chirps at Snoopy. Snoopy understands him perfectly. Okay, says Snoopy, I will bring back a present for you from the moon. Woodstock chirps the countdown. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Snoopy launches higher and higher into the sky. The view is beautiful. After a while, Snoopy lands safely on the moon. I did it! I'm the first Beagle on the moon, Snoopy says. I beat everybody. I even beat that cat who lives next door. So you can see Snoopy's walking on the moon. Then, Snoopy sees someone walking toward him. Who is it? Who could that be? An alien? It's not an alien. It is his brother, Spike. The brothers are thrilled to see each other. Are you on the moon? Snoopy asks. I thought you lived in Needles. Spike does not know, but he does know that his shop sells a snow globe with a moon on the inside. Snoopy buys the snow globe. It will make a nice gift for Woodstock. Spike joins Snoopy on his mission. Snoopy finds a strange rock. He collects dust. They cannot find any water, however. So you can see he's digging and looking for water. After a while, Snoopy and Spike are tired. They decide to take a break and eat some dog treats. Snoopy wants to picnic inside a shiny crater. Then he looks more closely. The crater is covered with ice. Ice is frozen water, says Snoopy. I did it! I found water on the moon. My shop sells water bottles, you know, Spike says. But Snoopy tells him water bottles and ice are not the same thing. Snoopy collects some ice samples. Now his mission is complete. He says goodbye to Spike and begins to return to Earth. Here is the world-famous astronaut returning from the moon. 239,000 miles through space, Snoopy thinks. You can see him. Then Snoopy's stomach grumbles. He realizes that Earth is still very, very far away. What if he misses dinner? After a while, however, Snoopy lands safely in Charlie Brown's backyard. Woodstock loves the snow globe. Snoopy's stomach grumbles again. Then Charlie Brown opens the door. Snoopy! It's dinner time, he calls. I gave you a little extra food, Charlie Brown says. I thought you might be hungry after exploring the moon. There's the extra food. It's good to be back home, Snoopy thinks. Just in time for dinner. We've got a few, that's the end of the actual story. We have a few extra pages where they tell us some cool facts. Turn the page to learn more about the moon, Snoopy's space gear, and the long relationship between Peanuts and NASA. The moon. The Earth's moon is the biggest and brightest object in the night sky. The moon orbits or circles around the Earth every 28 days. On board the space station here, you might think that the moon looks much larger to us than it does to you on the ground. But that's not the case. It's the same exact size that we see as what you see right there in your own backyard. And the reason is because our space station is 250 miles above the surface of the Earth. And Snoopy just told us that the moon is 239,000 miles away from Earth. So our 250 miles is really not that much different than you guys relative to 250,000 miles. So the size of the moon for us is just the same as what you see. Fun moon facts. The moon is about 230,000 miles away from Earth, but the actual distance is always changing. It's a long ways away. The moon's surface has many craters, which are large round dents made from other objects which have crashed into it. Moonlight is actually just sunlight being reflected off of the moon's surface. You can often see the moon in the sky during the daytime too. The temperature on the moon can get hotter than 250 degrees Fahrenheit and as cold as negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Super, super cold and super hot. Humans on the moon. In July 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 spacecraft landed on the moon's surface. People all around the world watched as NASA astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, with their friend orbiting the moon, Mike Collins. The two of them became the first humans to walk on the moon. Since then, 10 more people have walked on the moon. Is there water on the moon? NASA has confirmed there is water ice on the moon's surface. In 2018, a team of scientists found evidence at the moon's poles. This discovery might help astronauts live on the moon one day. And it probably won't be me as an astronaut, but it's you guys when you become astronauts that will be living on the moon and exploring to Mars. Very exciting for us to think about. Snoopy's Spacesuit. Space is full of wonders and mysteries. Snoopy's spacesuit and helmet keep him safe on his adventure, on all the adventures that come his way. A spacesuit, like the one I have right behind me, is made up of many layers, each with their own purpose. A spacesuit arm has 14 layers. The suit gloves, which include small heaters so Snoopy's paws don't get cold. The suit comes with a drink bag and a straw so Snoopy can drink water without taking his suit off. And the primary life support system looks like a backpack. It carries a battery and a fan, and that helps supply oxygen to Snoopy. It also has a radio, so we can talk. The space helmet provides oxygen to breathe. Its visor is coated with gold to protect Snoopy from sunlight and small objects. Under Snoopy's helmet, he wears communications carrier assembly. We call it a comm cap, or Snoopy cap. It has an earphone and a microphone so astronauts can speak with everybody. Peanuts and NASA. Snoopy and NASA's relationship began even before the first person walked on the moon. The timeline below shows some of the major events in the history of Peanuts and NASA up until the Apollo 11 mission. In 1950, Charles Schulz publishes his first comic strip. 1967, Woodstock appears in the Peanuts comic for the first time. Back up in 1958, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, is founded. Its mission is to explore outer space. 1968, NASA establishes a Silver Snoopy Award. I have flown with me in space a handful of these Silver Snoopies to hand them out to the special recipients. It is given to outstanding people in the aerospace program. In honor of their work, the award winners receive a Silver Snoopy pen that has flown to space. Just like I said, I have a handful. In March of '69, Charles Schulz draws a series of comic strips about Snoopy traveling to the moon. In May of '69, Apollo 10 launches into space. Apollo 10's mission was to snoop around the landing site on the moon, so NASA decided to name the module Snoopy. They also named the command module Charlie Brown. The spacecraft used paintings of Charlie Brown and Snoopy to help focus their camera equipment. And then in July of 1969, the Apollo 11 astronauts became the first humans to land on the moon. To the moon and beyond. Well, thank you for being with me here on our story time, and I wish you all the best, and hello and goodbye from the International Space Station. Take care.
Thank you for joining us for Storytime from Space. We hope you enjoyed our story today from the International Space Station. We hope you'll join us again soon for another book reading or for one of our science experiments. Until next time, we look forward to reading together again soon.